kids, I hope you all are fine. Today we are going to start chapter. So read and enjoy.
Chapter 15 The Power of Determination. Read and enjoy. The one-room school was heated by an old-fashioned pot-bellied coal stove. A young boy named Glenn Cunningham had the job of coming to school early each day so that he could use kerosene to start the fire and warm the room before his teacher and his classmates arrived. One cold morning, someone mistakenly filled the kerosene container he used with gasoline and disaster struck. The class and the teacher arrived to find the schoolhouse engulfed in flames. Terrified on realizing that Glenn was inside, they rushed in and managed to drag the unconscious boy out of the flaming room more dead than alive. Then, second later, a violent shuddering. Things started crashing to the ground. From his bed, the dreadfully burned, semi-conscious Glenn faintly heard the doctor talking to his mother. The doctor told his mother that her son would surely die, which was for the best. Really? For the terrible fire had devastated the lower half of his body. But the brave boy held on to life. He didn't want to die. Glenn made up his mind that he would survive. And somehow, to the amazement of the physician, he did survive. Yet, when the mortal danger was past, he again heard the doctor and his mother speaking quietly. The mother was told that since the fire had destroyed so much flesh in the lower part of his body, it would almost be better if he had died, since he had doomed to be a lifetime cripple with no use at all of his lower limbs. His mother refused to let the doctors amputate. Once more, Glenn strengthened his resolve. He would not be a cripple confined to a wheelchair. He would walk, but unfortunately he had no motor ability from the waist down. His thin scarred legs just dangled there, all but lifeless. Eventually, Glenn was released from the hospital. Every day afterwards his mother and father would massage his little legs, but there was no feeling, no control, nothing. One sunny day, his mother wheeled him out into the yard to get some fresh air. This day, instead of sitting there, he threw himself from the chair. Glenn pulled himself across the grass, dragging his legs behind him. He worked his way to the white picket fence bordering their yard. With great efforts, he raised himself up on the fence. Then, stake by stake, he began dragging himself along the fence, determined that he would walk. He started to do this every day until he wore a smooth path all around the yard, beside the fence. There was nothing he wanted more than to develop life in those legs. Glenn did develop the ability first to stand up, then to walk haltingly with head, then to walk by himself, and then, miraculously, to run. In February 1934 in New York City's famed Madison Square Garden, this young man, who was not expected to survive, who would surely never walk, who could never hope to run, this determined young man, Dr. Glenn Cunningham, ran the mile in 4 minutes and 8 seconds. Later that same year, in a prestigious outdoor track meet, he shaved mother's second off his record to run the world's fastest mile of that time.